We remain in Nevada for the widower murder retrial. Once the state finished their closing, it was the defense's turn. Attorney Chris Oram talked about the 911 call and Randolph's reactions to the shooting. Take a listen.
We want you to understand our side. And we don't have a burden of proof. We don't have to prove anything. We have to show doubt. We don't even have to show that. If you see doubt that's reasonable, you're required to find Mr. Randolph not guilty. He wanted her to have medical aid. He was the only one who did it. I want you to do something. Listen to the 911 call. There's that silence. After you hear the clearing of the house, there's a silence. And it goes on. And the reason the silence is important, because you could hear it the first time, like, why is he talking about the silence? Tommy is outside. And he's wondering, because I brought it out in the statement. Remember how in the beginning they were saying that he was complaining about law enforcement not showing up for 20 or 30 minutes? That's not what he was complaining about. He was complaining that 911, that medical, didn't go in. He could see they're not going in. They didn't go in to help her. The only person who gave her aid was him. He tried in vain, because you can see there's nothing that could be done because of what Michael Miller had done to his wife. You know, a suggestion that Michael Miller was anything other than a murderer is offensive. The evidence says they're wrong. Because what they did, what the prosecution did, is they told you a bunch of things in opening argument that we'll go through that were inaccurate. Here's a big one. Seemed like a relatively innocuous witness. Amy Corn got up on the witness stand. She says, 911 lady. And there were questions about compressions. Mr. Hamner asked, did you hear? Did she get chest compressions? No. Let's listen. Let's listen to this.
I'm assuming in preparation for your testimony, you had an opportunity to talk to the prosecutors in this case, right?
Correct.
And Mr. Hamner, the guy that just asked you questions, you've actually spoken to him a few times, right?
Correct.
And he told you, I'm going to ask you these questions, right?
Correct.
Like, how many times in your career has someone done X, Y, Z, right? And he told you, I'm going to ask you, at this point on this particular tape, do you hear someone giving chest compressions, right?
Correct.
Okay. And so you knew that question was coming and you knew what your answer was going to be, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Can you explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what a chest compression sounds like?
No, I cannot.
Because a chest compression doesn't have a sound, right?
Right.
Why was that done? Why were you told that? Why was that in a pre-trial where the lady got up? And I would suggest she became a pawn, because when Mr. Tomchek was asking her questions, you could see she was almost embarrassed. There was a meeting, and I did say I was going to say that, and I don't know what a chest compression sounds like. Why would they do that? Well, you know why they're doing it, right? Because if she'll say there's no chest compressions, then that's what you'll believe. Do you see that? You'll believe there's no chest compressions, so that makes him a liar. He's a liar because you didn't give her chest compressions. Why? Because that was an orchestrated attack upon a defendant.
Objection. What is the objection? Counsel Roach.
The state objected many times during the defense's closing argument. Again, it's not something that's usual, but if there's things going on that aren't within the purview of the rules, they will object. Right now, rebuttal closings are actually underway. So what I want to do is get you into the courtroom now for the state's rebuttal argument.
Both parties taken into the presence of our jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. John, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor.
Whenever you're ready, you can begin your rebuttal.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you at the very beginning of this case, it is really, really hard to plan the perfect murder. And now that you've seen all the evidence, you can see how difficult it was for Mr. Randolph to try to pull this off. Because when you looked at all the evidence, now that you've heard it all, it is abundantly clear he completely failed. He completely failed. Why? Because his story doesn't add up. It doesn't add up with what you see physically at the scene. It doesn't add up in the manner in which he discusses his wife. It doesn't add up with how he treats his wife. It doesn't add up when you see the insurance policies. It doesn't add up when you start thinking about his relationship with Michael Miller. None of it makes sense if you're painting the story that you're the victim. But in this story, he's not a victim. He's a villain. He has hatched this plan to get rid of his wife, get out of debt, go off with his girlfriend, and take $332,000 and a home. That was the plan. But he got caught. The credibility of a witness. This is a really, really important instruction. You should consider someone's manner upon the stand, their fears, their motives, their interests, the reasonableness of their statements, and the strength and weaknesses of their recollection. And here's the best part. If you believe someone has lied about any material fact in the case, you may disregard the entire testimony of that witness or any portion of his testimony which isn't proved by other evidence. And that, ladies and gentlemen, when we start evaluating the statements that he makes in these walkthroughs, is a problem. Because it's not proved by other evidence. It's contradicted by other evidence. It's repelled by other evidence.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the problem for Thomas Randolph.